모든 경기장 도시양.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 2 here between our team down at the bottom left-hand corner. The representative from Prime is Core. He is our red Protoss player. And in the top right-hand corner, we have our other team up 1-0 at the moment. NSHoSeo, their representative, our blue Terran player, is Sting.
Sting.
Yep.
Wish I had more Sting references to make.
I'm glad you don't.
I can't think of any at the moment. I'm sorry.
No, that's quite all right. Don't worry about it. Don't stress yourself.
Sting makes me think of bees. I'm actually afraid of bees.
It's true. Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm afraid of bees. It's the dumbest thing because I know, like, I'm not allergic to bees.
Sure.
So it's not like a bee can do anything other than, like,
Yeah.
sting me, which actually doesn't hurt. I've been stung before.
Right.
But for some reason, I don't know, man. I just kind of freak out when they're around. I don't know. I can handle spiders and snakes and heights and stuff, but
It's good you can handle spiders. I remember I was at summer camp one year, and a girl had arachnophobia, flipped over a table, Missouri tarantula, one of the largest North American spider species,
That'd
on
be
the other
cool.
side, and she just flat passed out.
I had a pet fisher spider when I was in college during the summer. I worked groundskeeping. Caught
Yeah.
it. I named it Shelob. Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Nice.
There's actually a spider in a web on the ceiling of my room in the rain house the last couple of days. I named him Peter.
Peter.
Yep.
Nice.
Peter Spider. I'd get up in the morning and be like, hey, Peter, how's it going? Catch any bugs? Nope, doesn't look like you did.
Just be hanging
Might
out
want
there.
to move on to
So.
a more outdoorsy location. Going to work now. Gonna cast some games. See you later, Peter.
And we're not going to see a gasless FE now from
No.
from Sting. It looks like he's going right into gas, normal timing on 13. So
It's a big map for it, though. I'm wondering what
Yep.
he has planned. Obviously, some sort of aggressive move here, but
Right.
you don't take gas unless you plan on doing something with it. And
It's
with
true.
a big map like Daybreak, yeah, you have to have some sort of solid plan for doing some damage early, taking advantage of the fact that players of the Protoss variety like to do early expands, Nexus first, as we see, or sometimes Gateway first. I don't
Sure.
know. We'll have to see if he can exploit that.
Well, we'll find out here. It looks like he's pulling himself off of gas now. Wants just enough for a tech lab, it appears. We'll find out here in just a second. But Probe's going to make its way in just a second. One Marine popping out. A second actually following this, and he's just
Oh.
mining with one harvester at a time.
Yeah, so it's not going to be like a Reaper expand or anything like that. All right. Might decide to just get a reactor just for
Yeah.
more Marines and then expand off of that. It's pretty uncommon, but I have seen it once in a while.
Oh, yep. Just pulled right off at 52.
Okay, at 52,
There it is.
yes. Probably will just be a reactor on this third Marine, though. Okay.
Well,
Interesting. Interesting opening from Sting.
definitely. We'll find out what that entails here in just a second. Of course, our
Yep.
first gateway is now finished for Core. And he is going into Zealot production afterwards, along with this cybernetic score coming up. There's our expansion. We expected that part.
More Marines, though. Still no reactor. He's got a specific number of Marines that he wants to get out, it looks like, and then he'll be able to start that reactor. Just wants to stay safe, more or less. You know, you want to have enough Marines out to handle, like, an early Zealot if they send it across the map, which on Daybreak isn't very common, but
Right.
just in case you don't want to get caught with, like, 2 Marines, you know?
And that Zealot backing away for the moment, pulling back to a couple of probes, so be a little bit easier to defend there. And
Yeah.
there's the probes pulled off the
Oop.
line. They are faster than Marines, of course. And
Uh-oh.
ooh,
Ouch.
bye-bye, CB.
You know, he's making 2 more barracks right now, and he has not started that reactor yet. This is actually really bizarre. Okay, now he's mining gas again.
I think it may have
With
just been a little
just,
bit of a mistake. He thought he was going to do something at the beginning and decided against it.
That's possible, yeah. I suppose that is possible. It's weird, though, that he would stop right at 50 like that. Okay.
Right.
There's a tech lab going down on, excuse me, on one of the barracks. But, yeah, I think you're right. I think it was probably just some sort of changed plan.
Sure. Let's see what Core's coming up with now. Second gas being added. No other tech structures at the moment. Just saving up for, or not saving up. He's in the process of researching warp gate technology. Now back here for Sting, he's going to be pretty aggressive in a bit. I mean, 3 racks right now. He's actually going after concussive shell as his first upgrade. So kind of an interesting time to do that after the expansion and after that weird gas timing, things like that. So his second orbital command is just about to finish, though.
Yeah, you can get that to be aggressive here. The big benefit for him this game is that it's going to keep him safe. It's going to help out with that bunker. You know, maybe he can get
Definitely.
lucky and catch a stalker or something like that as
Yep.
it's running away. But Getting that early concussive shell is kind of nice to have. It's kind of a matter of preference. A lot of people prefer combat shields and stim and things like that too.
Wow, the Zealot's just going after the bunker at the moment. It's going to pull a couple more Marines away. He actually lets one of the Zealots die there, so not terribly clean. No.
Yeah, not the best move by Core. Not quite sure why he decided to attack there, and even more why he decided to not pull away until one of his Zealots ended up dying. But
sure.
Yep, certainly doesn't hurt Sting at all. He's not going to be complaining about that.
And here comes a little push now. That's kind of what I thought was happening, and it looks like the Stalker is going to have to run away. That's gone. Bye-bye. You've bitten the dust. And that Zealot is now within range of the concussive shell as well. So a nice little victory for Sting at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, Core's making some pretty big mistakes already in this game, losing those early units. He's not going to have any trouble pushing this off.
Sure.
You know, I think this is more of a poke from Sting rather than actual push, especially because it's not going to line up with Stim or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't help at all to lose those early units.
He has 6 more gates coming out right now, and they're going to finish up in about 5 seconds or so. Yeah, it looks like that's the case. And so he'll be on 7 gate in just a second. No Forge, though, so no upgrades coming along with this.
And I'll be shocked if he's just going up for some sort of just basic 7 gate. I mean, it's something you can do, but it's just not something that you see terribly often. It's a little bit surprising just because it's, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, he's going for a very heavy sentry 7 gate. He's just going to try to break it, but Sting's coming in from the back here.
Well, that's
they
no
came
good.
From behind.
Yes, they did, as a matter of fact.
It's like, where are all your units, Core?
And it looks like,
oh no.
A couple of probes pulled off the line now. That Marine going to retreat, run back home to a couple more Marines, and bye-bye probes. Yes. Oh, my God. It looks like
around here. This game is about to get very interesting.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Sting has another bunker going down, but it's not going to get down anywhere near in time.
All right, well, here we go. We're going to find out if he has enough. So the attack has come through for Core up at the front. A bunch of SCVs are pulled off the line right away. There are still a bunch of sentries with Guardian Shield available. More probes are being pulled off the line back here, though. Inside of Core's base, there are a few Zealots that are closing as well, but there's not really a lot there, and they're not doing all that much damage.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think Sting is going to be in more trouble than Core is at this point. We'll have to see how many workers each of them lose when the day is done. A lot of sentries left, not a lot of stalkers, and he's letting those sentries get shot by the bio units that are still left.
Yeah.
Zealots being occupied by the SCVs. Looks like everything's been cleaned up at Core's base, though.
Yes, but he is down to 45 supply now, and it looks like, let's take a look at the total workers killed.
Wow.
Drawing even soon, but Sting is a little bit ahead for the time being. Of course, that's going to get caught up as soon as that line goes down, but it looks like, oh, there's a bunch of sentries there starting to drive off these Marauders.
I think Core.Prime might just barely be able to take this. There's not going to really be many more warpins at all for him because he's so low on probes right now.
Right.
But he may have just enough. I don't know. Yeah, Sting's doing the smart move, kind of backing up into his main.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see here what he can offer. He is just 1 down on workers, but of course, once those mules start mining, his economic rate is actually going to be a bit better than his opponent.
Yeah. Core's actually in great shape here now. He's got 2 bases mining. He's forced his opponent to lift his second one. Yep, not bad. He's just going to try the soft contain here for a little while. And, oh no, he's actually going to try to break the ramp. Yeah. A little bit of a dangerous move here.
Yeah, definitely. Wow, it looks like Sting just going to go ahead and move down to the low ground. Those Zealots are pretty resilient, but there's no Guardian Shield available, so they're actually going to die. Guardian Shield would have helped immensely right there. But if he can just focus down the sentries, which it looks like he will, that actually weakens Core's position quite a bit. And now Sting is starting to reinforce pretty well. Looks like that ramp wasn't completely closed off. A couple more Marines thrown into the fight as well. Not much here to tank damage. A couple of Zealots warped into the back just for that purpose. But there are now basically medevacs for every unit out there.
Yeah, the medevacs are helping so much here, but Core just, I don't know, he's just not able to really push this back into the base anymore. Warping in some more stalkers. That's not going to work at all.
Nope.
Yeah, Sting is going to easily be able to retake his expansion now.
Yep, definitely. And it looks like more stalkers dying as they run away, up by 19 supply now, and he will. There it goes. Set the orbital command back down on the low ground.
Yeah.
He has actually caught up, even surpassed his opponent in workers, and now he is going to be adding in mules to that as well. And once that second command center gets floated down, he is going to be just fine on economy.
Oh no, Sting warped in more units, I think. Oh no, that is just a pylon and a probe. Okay, it looked a little bit bigger than just that on the mini map. But yeah, I'm actually shocked that Core decided to try to push that. If he just kind of sat outside the base and then moved away when he saw his opponent was coming out, he'd be in a much better spot right now. As is, he kind of gave the lead back to Sting in a big way, and looks like Sting wants to try to take advantage of it.
All right, well, he's going to make his way out. Of course, Core, you know, can't really defend up at the front here because Sting could do exactly what he did last time and just walk around. And there's not enough DPS in the anti-air there to prevent these medevacs from actually just lifting off the units and dropping them on either to the high ground here or just right inside.
A little bit of a panic force field there from Core, too, putting 2 down, pretty stacked.
Yep. And it looks like there's just one left. Can he get around it? Not quite.
You can barely squeeze through there. It's like, don't leave me hanging.
And it looks like Core is almost planning on giving up his natural now.
Yep. Still got that ramp there, but like you said, I think it's going to be tough. Yeah, mana mule.
Already, wow.
Get out of my game. Who is this, Startail Bomber? Mana muling already?
Sting, man, he is making his opinion known in this game. That Nexus is not long for this world.
No.
A few Zealots are making their way down the ramp, but of course with all the energy gone, it looks like just, well, there is actually one Guardian Shield available. I didn't know if there was going to be any, as a matter of fact. Good target firing there from Sting, picking off a lot of Zealots as they made their way up. Now it doesn't even matter that there's a couple of force fields there. There's just way too much damage output for Sting to be driven back.
Pretty nice micro here. The force fields are kind of breaking things up a little bit, but looks like there's more reinforcements coming in for Stim. I gotta say, I love that he's not microing his medevacs with his units. Okay, now he is, but for a while he wasn't, and that was cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. There's no need to micro medevacs. GGO.